As housing prices continue to put a strain on home buyers, especially first-time buyers, there are two really important things that are happening right now that you should know about. One is the FHA is now allowing for home buyers, even first-time buyers, to qualify for a home using the rental income from an accessory dwelling unit. So let me simplify that a little bit. FHA allows home buyers, like first-time buyers, to buy a house with 3.5% down. And in Utah, they can even qualify for a zero interest loan to pay for that other 3.5%. So it's really zero down on a home, right? So now let's say that that house has a basement apartment that you want to rent out. And you could make, let's say, $2,000 a month for that rental basement. Right? And that's what's happening here in this area that I'm going to show you in Eagle Mountain, where they're renting out the basement apartments in these homes for about $2,000 a month. Well, the FHA will allow you to include 75% of that rental income in order to qualify for that home. So you haven't even made the money yet, and you're able to use that rental income to qualify to purchase the house, which of course, once you buy it, also helps to subsidize the cost of owning that property. And of course, owning the property is gonna give you that wealth building opportunity as you own that property over time. So that's the first thing. The second thing that's really cool is that home builders are keying in on this. So this home builder out here in Eagle Mountain is actually building as a standard basement apartments with a separate entrance, so that first-time buyers or FHA buyer, of any person that wants to come out and qualify for an FHA loan, can buy this property and then rent out the basement apartment, or even rent out the upstairs, which they're renting out here for I think around $3,000 a month, to help subsidize the cost of it, but use that as qualifying income towards purchasing that house. So this is really cool. Wait till you see how nice these homes are, and then you get into a position where we've got some young couples that are buying the homes and renting out the upstairs for $3,000 or so a month while they live in the basement. Then as if their family grows or they want to go upstairs, then they can rent out the downstairs. And then if it gets to a point where they want the whole house, they just open up the door to where that accessory dwelling unit is, and it just feels like one big house. So wait till you see how cool this is. Let's walk through the house and we'll talk with the agent that's here to kind of help us understand how this all works out. So this is great, and please give me a call and let me know if you have any questions so that we can help you figure out how to do this for yourself. And these homes are being built all over the place, all over the Wasatch Front. So let's figure out how to get you into a home where you can put little to no money down and then rent out one part of the property, and then use that income to help not only qualify for the home, but also to help to subsidize the cost of living there in the first place. So let's go through the house and let's take a look. All right, so hi, I'm here in this house with Tyson Webb, and he's the real estate agent representing these homes out here in Eagle Mountain with R5.
The R5 homes, yeah.
R5 homes, great. So what we're talking about is how you've built this incredible way of helping people get into a home when homes are getting pricey, right?
Yeah.
And that you've built as a standard these ADUs that go with it. So
we do.
Yeah. So first off, let's just look at how nice this house is, because this isn't just like, just any run-of-the-mill house. This is a nice house. Your standards are the granite or the quartz, right?
Yep. Quartz or countertops, LVP flooring. Nice carpets in the carpeted areas. Most of our competitors' upgrades are standard building supply.
Yeah, that's great. And this is a total of how many bedrooms and bathrooms?
This floor plan is a rambler. It has 3 up and 3 down. So three bedrooms, 2 bath, up and down, actually.
Wow, I thought it was only 2 bedrooms downstairs. So it's 3 bedrooms.
There are 3 bedrooms downstairs. In fact, the downstairs ADU is configured just like the upstairs. So there's a master with a walk-in closet and a master bathroom, and then another bathroom down the hallway with 2 other bedrooms at the end of that.
And what does a house like this go for?
So it depends on the community. Here at the ranches, we're mid to upper 6s. At Lone Tree, which is a little bit further into Eagle Mountain, we're low to mid 6s. And then at City Center at Pacific Springs, we're low, like high 5s to about 630.
Okay, great. So I know that this is all here in Eagle Mountain. So whether you want to live in Eagle Mountain or not, this is just a new concept that I think is incredible. So R5 is one of the leaders in creating as a standard these ADU units. So before we run into the ADU portion of it, I wanted to show on, besides what we saw in the kitchen, just the finish work and the quality of workmanship. So you've got these great big windows. Of course, this one's on the golf course, which is really nice, but you've got a really nice master bedroom, good size master bedroom, and then an ensuite. And like he said, the LPV flooring is a standard. The granite or quartz countertops is a standard. They tile all the way up, in the bathroom. So these are really well built homes. And you're kind of, even though you do quite a few of these homes, you're almost like a custom home builder.
We are.
Right?
We're actually semi-custom home builders. So within the foundation itself, if you want to make any changes, add a bathroom, reconfigure the floor, move a bedroom, add a door somewhere, we're happy to do that. We put really large windows in all of our homes so to make sure you have plenty of light up and down. We offer 9-foot ceilings so that when you're renting your ADU basement apartment, people don't feel like they're in a dungeon. We want it to be really comfortable, and you'll see that when we go downstairs. Even at grade, on a level grade, there's a lot of light that comes in. The glory is if you get like a walkout or a daylight basement, because then it's like this, even in the basement.
Yeah. Well, but what we really came to talk about is this ADU piece of it. I mean, here in Utah, the majority of homes that are being built out here are really being built with an unfinished basement. And it's kind of sad in some way to think that they kind of advertise the entire square footage, but honestly, half of that isn't even built out.
That's right.
And that's left up to the owner to decide what to do with it. But you're building out as a standard.
Yeah.
Of course, they could opt not to, I guess, but why not build something downstairs? And then a client that we've been working with, they're interested in possibly turning the downstairs into a business, where they have a separate entrance, because that's what this does. They do a dog grooming business, but there are people that do nails and hair and all sorts of things in these neighborhoods, and you can build that for them down there as well as part of this. But the wonderful thing is that it's got a separate entrance. So let's go look at that first, okay? So let's run over to, or at least kind of out this way to see how this works.
All of our floor plans, about a year ago, we stopped construction and redid all of our floor plans to have an interior access to the ADU. We started building out the ADUs, and a lot of other builders are starting to follow our lead right now, but we're still, I think, the only ones that have interior access from the outside into the inside. Nobody wants to walk down those nasty cement stairs that catch debris and snow and ice and leaves. All of our entrances to the ADU is within the house, so you'll walk up from your parking to an at-grade door, and then come into the house into a small foyer, and then walk downstairs inside. And so every floor plan is a little bit different, but let me show you how
let's go look at that. And I love that, because we have rental properties that have that walk down the stairs, and with snow and things like that, there's liability issues right there. So
so in this particular floor plan, we kind of made a little hallway from the laundry room. So
there's the front door.
Yeah.
You come in, there's a door here that you can have, of course, shut. Then you've got your laundry area here for the upstairs.
That's right.
But then it goes into the ADU portion.
We have an exterior door inside, so it helps with sound and obviously security as well. But this is the door that you'll shut and lock if you're renting to somebody you don't know. And what happens is they come in, they'll park down there, they'll walk up their private sidewalk, and then come into a small foyer here into the house, and then
you got
just
the
go
Trex
downstairs
deck with the railing and everything.
and then go downstairs interior of the home, which is nice.
And then I think you mentioned before, if this is correct, you've got soundproofing between the two floors. Is that right?
Yes, that does not come standard, but it is an upgrade. It's only about a $4,000 upgrade, but we have insulated sound insulation between the two floors, so it doesn't cut out the sound 100%, but it muffles it quite a bit. Probably, I'd say, it takes away 60 to 80%, especially with the LVP flooring, right? If you have a woman who has wearing heels or kids running around, it gets really loud with the LVP, and so that cuts all of that out. You're not going to hear your tenant, and they're not going to hear you unless you're really blasting music or your TV super loud or screaming, I guess. But other than that, normal walking around, normal just living, you don't hear each other, which is great. So at the bottom of the stairs, you have owner access to the mechanical room and any stores that could be under the stairs.
So this, just so I can get, because this is important to me. I'm a renter. I'm a landlord. I have a lot of rental properties. I hate it when I can't have access without going through the apartment side of it, right? To get to the filters and things like that, or just ask them to switch it out, right? Honestly, if I'm living there, I want to manage it myself and not have to kind of, go down in the basement where a lot of the, those things are. So this, you could put a deadbolt on here easily, right? If you wanted to lock it out, or smart lock, but you've got the door going into the apartment, which also has a deadbolt for their security.
Correct.
Right? But they would walk down, this entrance here from upstairs. And then you come into the utility room, which I love how this is set up. So you've got the electric box here, right? You've got some room for storage and stuff like that.
We've got a bunch of our junk here, but storage under the stairs. And then right here is your utility room. So we offer tankless water heaters. So it's on-demand heat. You're never going to, battle for hot water
Yeah.
with your tenants.
And that's important. Yep. And then it's at least plumbed for a water softener.
Yep.
Right. And then you've got, of course, your furnace here, and then you can maintain it and
Yeah.
change the filters out and everything without disrupting the people that live downstairs.
Which is great,
Yeah,
right?
I love that.
So you come in, you can reconfigure this basement any way you want to, like I said, we're semi-custom. This one has the master suite on this side, so instead of a large laundry here, we put a stackable here.
Okay. But they could configure it any way
Yeah.
they want. Yeah. But this is for a small downstairs apartment, a stackable washer and dryer in here is great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this one is kind of finished more for families. So this one's a full master bedroom with a walk-in closet and bathroom, private.
And it's set up as an actual ensuite. So, like you said, a master. So
Yeah.
you've got the good size room. It's hard to tell how good a room is without it being
Without
staged.
being there, right?
Well, and also without being there. But it is
Yeah.
a good size room. You've got these great big windows. Even though it's below grade, you're still getting a lot of light that comes in here. Some natural light in,
Yeah.
which is good. Instead of having those little, I know in the basements a lot of times you have these little tiny windows. It just
That's
feels
right.
more and more dark.
Yeah, we put as big a window as we can in there to make sure you get a lot of light. And if you have a walkout basement, right here where this picture is where the French doors or the sliding glass doors would be.